So I told Frank, I told him to unmute his mic because things was going to get real. And I'm sorry. Hey folks, what's up? Sorry about that. I was having a business meeting with the colonel over here. Look, Jabba, there's first off very festive background. Thank you. Secondly, secondly, there's too much going on right now. There's a lot of animation that I don't even think we've even touched on or talked about. So are you ready to talk about some of this stuff?
I smile is something special. A baby is something real.
Not yet. Later.
Okay.
Later. I
I'm sorry.
promise you. I promise you. Later.
Okay.
Later. All right, so folks, we've got a lot to talk about. There's anime, there's scary clowns. There's oddly enough, there's a Santa inspired anime out there, which actually looks pretty cool that I kind of started today. So yeah, I want to talk about it. Jabba, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, folks, let's have some fun. Hey folks, what's up? And welcome to another episode of TBA News presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room.
And it is your girl Jabba with the straightest thumbs in all of Derry.
Main Street. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit because outstanding. Yes, but there's a lot going on. So we can speak about Derry at the end of the show. I'm going to go first on my story, but first, Jabba, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's cold. For people that don't know, we got some snow.
Yes, that's why you see
not happy, but
the hoodie. Yes.
Yeah.
This time of year, all I want to do is kind of hibernate.
Mm-hmm.
I worked a very long week last week too, so all I want to do is hibernate. All I want to do is eat like savory comfort foods and fall asleep watching like comfort animes and stuff like that. That's all I want to do right now. Is knockout. I want no belts, no zippers unless it's on a hoodie. Nothing with like we're talking about sweatpants, joggers, pajama bottoms, anything comfort.
Don't
and
forget
shea
cozy
butter.
slippers.
Yes, Old
cozy
Navy
slippers.
Old Navy has a comfy slippers right now. They've got like the felt inside. They're water resistant. They've got great tread. I think they're on sale too. They've got like 4 different colors. They've got black. They've got like a really light gray with a light tan sole. They've got like a beige kind of color with a very light tan sole. I think they have a green color too.
Now, are these like you put your whole foot in, or it's like the slip-ons, kind of like old school style?
They have the closed back.
Okay.
And they are the best slips I've ever gotten. I ended up buying another pair, and because I've had these for about a year, and there's just a little bit of wear on the tread. I said, let me buy another pair. Bought them along with a couple of hats that I saw, and I said, you know what? Let me buy another pair. So I'm going to buy another pair in a couple of days. I might even go to New York and pick them up and get some savory food from Melba's. I don't know.
Going to the city around this time is dastardly and diabolical work.
Weekday, early in the day, be home before 4.
Okay.
I have a plan. I no longer go like in the afternoon and stay there till like midnight. That's not my thing. No, absolutely not. This year or any other time of year, absolutely not. Crazy. Absolutely not. But you know what is crazy? All the anime out there. So let's start talking about it. So we have one that's called Sanda. Found a song. Crunchyroll was just checking out because animes will pop up randomly. If you're not really looking for animes, you'll get lost in the sauce quickly. So this is when it's actually pretty cool. And like I said, it's kind of geared towards the holidays. So you have this student. The anime opens up with basically our blonde friend here, Sanda, being kind of chased around the classroom by one of his class representatives. And she has like a butcher knife. She's trying to kill him. She says, I'm going to kill you. He, as always, which I hate this trope in anime and young boys are like, oh, he misunderstands. He's like, oh, she's got a crush on me. That's adolescent speak for I want to talk to you. No, she's trying to kill you, boy. Stop with the BS. Stop it. So What ends up happening is uh, she's trying to break a curse because she believes that he's one of the descendants of Santa. This anime is set in the near future where they don't have Christmas anymore. They don't really have winter like on December 25th, what have you. And children have been going missing. So she's trying to break a curse because she believes that he's one of the descendants of Santa who can actually help and find these children. So to break the curse, you have to, what is it? You have to what you have to be a like very good to someone who isn't even trying to be good to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give a child a gift that they asked for, and you have to wear something red.
Okay.
So she was mean to him. He's still trying to be nice to her. That's one. She asks him for a eraser. He hands it to her. That's two. That's the gift to a child. The third thing is he has to wear something red. And one of the things about him is that he's never wanted to wear their school joggers, which are red. And that's what makes her start thinking that he's a descendant from Santa and him trying to reject it, but he doesn't know it. So she says, well, if you're not going to wear it, I'm gonna do this. And she finally stabs him. So he's bleeding, he's wearing red. And then he transforms into buff, like maybe like between 45 and 55, like zaddy Santa, like chiseled body. He's got like a white beard, but not like the big white beard.
Mm-hmm.
Chiseled up, everything like that. But he doesn't know. And that's how the anime really starts. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun as hell. Yes, this is going to be, I want to get some more episodes up so I can watch this on Christmas Day. It was so much fun. And I was like, I would never have thought of making an anime centered on Santa or his descendants, but I've seen comics that have been based on Santa. Like there's one called Klaus, which is really good. It's like a prequel, like how does Santa become Santa?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a former, like I think he was a former captain of the guard for the miser in his castle. A whole thing like that, which is actually, I recommend reading that. I have to finish the last trade, but it was so good. I absolutely really enjoyed that. But this was cool as hell. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So that was just the first episode.
Okay.
Highly recommended. I'm trying to remember how many episodes there are out now. I know it's a few. Let me see if I can look it up really quick because, like I said, I was just trying to check it out this morning. So I was like, you know what? Let me get in. I'm not really a holiday person, but I was like, you know what? Let me check out this holiday thing. And I started watching it, and I was like, just the idea of the curse was cool to me,
and
I like that. But yeah, this is something that was fun. If you in the bottom left-hand corner, under the person with the red jacket, that's the school representative that was trying to stab him. And he's had like kind of a crush on her, so it added up. But his friend is like, "Are you an idiot? She was trying to kill you." Like that's not her being like an adolescent like crush or anything like that. She was trying to kill you. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's not what girls do.
That's what we do.
Is it?
Maybe.
That would make a lot of sense on my past relationships, I'll be honest with you. We're not going to get into that though, because that's a very sad topic that we don't want to talk about.
Oh goodness.
Yes. But there are there are 11 episodes out. Okay, cool.
Is it all dubbed and sub, or does it go to a certain part of it being just sub?
That's a very good question. Let me look up episode. I want to say that they are all dubbed and subbed.
Okay.
So you can get both, like the best of both worlds. But yeah, I really enjoyed the hell out of this. It was just fun. I was like, and again, the premise. I love anime because the premise can be something so you can take something, the most mundane thing, and make it into an anime that really is eye-catching, has a really cool story, and just knocks you out. And this was something different. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's run with it. So Sanda, I want to get more into it so I can give y'all some more feedback, but this will definitely be when it gets up to episode 12, maybe I'll make us a 12 Days of Christmas. I'm sorry. I am sorry for that. I'm tired. That wasn't my best material, and I'm sorry for that. I apologize. I take accountability for that bad joke. But yeah, this is one that's cool. Check it out, Sanda on Crunchyroll. It's a lot of fun if you're in the holiday mood. go for it. I did, and I was pleasantly surprised. You know, it wasn't a surprise because we've been talking about it for a little bit. Job has been bringing it up. My Hero
Yep.
Academia series finale.
Yep. Plus Ultra is plus no more. It is now done. And I mean, compared to like, especially for like a long run that they've had, because let's put it like this: My Hero started back off
Yeah.
around 2016.
Wow.
2016 with 170 episodes and 10 OVAs, plus all the video games like combined with it. So we've had a good run
Yeah.
of
Wow.
this. And even though there are going to be spin-offs, like I know at least like this is like those animes where like there's not going to be like oh, it's going to be a continuation, kind of like how like you have like Naruto and like you have Dragon Ball and how you have like Bleach and stuff like that. Well, no.
Mhm.
No, I take that back. Bleach is no. I guess Bleach would be considered another spinoff for the Thousand Year Blood War. But anyway, enough. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is where it's at. It's over with. We finished it, and it was a great ending because it gives everybody's recaps and backstories. Like not backstory, but like closing off. So I enjoyed it so much. The last 3 episodes, I believe, are still only subbed.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's such a good watch. To get you all up in the feels and whatnot.
It's I'm very far behind. I'll be honest with you. I am. But I didn't realize it had been that far back. I remember it was a way back, but I remember far back. But I love the fact that we got such a long run for it, and it had a great job. And it was, some people, I love seeing people who were coming into it late and their excitement, like, oh my God, wow, this is pretty cool. And, just enjoying it. This was like a feel good anime. And it hit on superheroes, which people, enjoy. But I think this was just a really cool one. I'm glad to see it got a long run. Do you know if Vigilante, which is the spinoff, because that manga's still going?
I believe so, and I know there's an anime for it.
Yeah.
Out for
So
it, but I just haven't watched it yet.
do you know if, like off the top of your head, like if that's going to be ongoing or if that's like a limited thing? It'll probably be ongoing, I would think, right? Probably.
But you know what it is, so I feel like for certain spin-offs, they might not be that far ongoing. Because I know, like prime
Hmm.
example, when they did Attack on Titan, there is a spin-off for like Junior Attack on Titan, and it's all of them like in chibi form doing something.
Mm.
So I don't know to that instance it was going to be that long or that short. So who knows?
Okay. I have to be able to, yeah, I do want to finish, but like I said, there's like a new anime every 5 minutes. It's very difficult to keep up. But I'm glad that this got the proper send off that they wanted between, this long running series and all the movies and OVAs. I can see them possibly maybe doing some more like theatrical releases of like some of the older stuff. Maybe because I feel like they're trying to get more anime in there, whether it's new stuff or old stuff. Just make just yeah, that would actually be, I would actually kind of like to do that because I haven't seen any of the movies or OVAs. Honestly, I haven't.
No, and I think I have one of them on Blu-ray. Shout
Hmm.
out to Best Buy for when they were doing like all those discounts on a lot of the animes since they don't carry Blu-rays anymore like that, or at least at
Uh,
all. So I got some of those. I think you might be able to find a couple on Crunchyroll, maybe not all of them, but maybe like a few of them.
I think between Crunchyroll and Hulu, because I know Hulu has had
Mm.
Hulu, Crunchyroll, maybe Stars.
I also probably give it Tubi, just because.
I haven't seen it on Tubi, and
Not
I'm on
Tubi?
Tubi like daily.
Okay.
Like, because Tubi just throws random. They put up something that somebody was asking about the other day, like a while, and they put it up, and I was like, "Oh snap!" I was like, "Where?" They put up shows I've been thinking about, or that you can't really find streaming anywhere, and I'm like, "Why can't you find the streaming anywhere?" And the series was really good. Like they put up Moonlight the other day, which is like this vampire detective series that was on for one season, and it was a really interesting take on vampires. Really good, and it just popped up there, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like that and Underworld, they put up there like the first one. Put up a few things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's random. Tubi may have some of the worst acted movies possible, but they'll also put up gems that are random as hell that you're not going to find streaming anywhere else.
Tis true. Tis true.
I, and it's free.
that is the golden rule. It is free.
And they're creator friendly because they have a creatorverse like section now with you can find stuff from people on YouTube, whatever, like that stuff. So
Oh,
I give them that, yeah, because that's where uh um Kev on Stage has like safe space
oh,
and everything
okay.
like that. Like it's like stuff is there. And Kev on Stage, a whole crew is hilarious. So I mean,
Uh,
I
I
give them
love
props for that.
I love Kev on Stage. Side note, but this for even people that are listening, you know that he's starting to get into anime, and it's
Yeah,
the funniest journey, and I love it so much for him.
didn't people recommend Attack on Titan for him? And he was like, he tried to watch that. And he was like, why,
Yeah,
why would
well,
you do
no,
that?
actually, he started watching One Piece.
I thought it was Attack on Titan was his first one
I think
because I
it
know that
was, but then
he's
but then he started watching One Piece as well, and just like as every other person now who actually understands what One Piece is, he's like, this is all about government corruption. Why do you have me watching this?
right.
He's like, but I understand.
And I think they said that's everything that's happened now is only season one.
You think so?
Y'all wildin'. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Y'all need to learn how long a season should be. That's ridiculous. It's
Mm-hmm.
absurd. That's when I heard that I was like, wait, did they? No, that's not possible. I was like, how long do y'all expect us to live? I like,
And they're also
I'm
cutting it to now. I know we're getting a little bit off topic here, but it's anime. Everything gets off topic. You have like a beach episode, then you have like some random school trip episode that just happens. It's not even part of the anime. One Piece is now only going to be a seasonal anime. It's not going to be a weekly one anymore. After this year, they're going to stop.
I'm not mad at that idea. I'm curious how that would work out.
I don't know, but all the people are going to probably freak out if they're not going to get their daily.
They're probably freaking out already, so it's fine.
I'm just saying, like for me, I've only been in the season for like what 2 years officially in the One Piece gang, and it's been out for how long?
It's been
I'm like,
out.
what, the 90s?
I want to say late 90s, early 2000s. I want to say.
But still, it took me almost like 20 years,
Yeah, because it was
and
on
I got
Fox
into it.
Kids.
Yep.
Because that was the first time I started watching. It was on Fox Kids. I was like, oh, what's this? And it
Jago,
was so cool.
Jago, dreaming,
Exactly.
don't give it up. Sorry, 4 kids will always come with a bop.
And I was watching it like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, oh, then it stopped, because Fox Kids, they would just cancel
Mm-hmm.
stuff out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, that's a shame. Like that, and they had that in G.I. Joe Sigma 6. And I was like, oh, these are cool. Then they just stopped. I was like, damn, all right, cool, whatever. It's like, all right. So, what have you. It will allow the masses. I'm gonna say this, Pharaoh. You have to be immortal to catch up with that show. You have to be, because I didn't,
Or
when they said season one, I said, what? I'll have
or
to be
do what I
reincarnated
did.
numerous times.
No, do what I did. Just have it playing in the background while playing Destiny. Because that's what I did.
I can't with anime because I get so into the animation of it and I start really
That's
looking at it,
fair.
studying it. That's the
But
only thing is I get fixated. That's why I can't do subs.
but see, the thing is, like when I knew what they were doing, just like with every other anime, I would have them running in the background, and when I knew that they were doing recaps, I skipped them because I'm not trying to watch another
Okay,
another recap, especially if everybody's like backstory. I'm like, we already seen this. You had a whole arc about it. I'm gonna skip
that's
it.
true.
That's like 20 minutes, like almost like maybe like a good maybe like hour and a half wasted of just recaps for everybody's backstory. I'm like, I don't need to see this crap.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm good on it. Eventually I'll like watch some because I do enjoy One Piece and the actual, but that's a lot. It's 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 a lot. You know what else is a lot? The Mighty Nine. So this one premiered on Prime November 19th, I want to say, and this is from the people at Critical Role, who also gave us The Legend
Oh,
of Vox Machina.
I love Critical Role.
Yes. I know of Critical Role, but I'm not like really in depth in them. The most I know of them is The Legend of Vox Machina, which is Legend of Vox Machina is how many seasons is that? 4? I want to say 4. It should be, but it's basically like kind of like a D&D kind of a thing, but hilarity ensues continuously on that show. That's one of my favorite animated shows. Well, the Mighty Nine, I want to say set in the same universe, but not at the same time. I think that might be like a 20-year gap or something like that with this one. And this is basically, again, another ragtag group of individuals get together to save the day. This one has I watched the first couple of episodes. This one has a much more serious tone. Vox Machina started off with the most foolishness possible. Scanlan especially needs to be put in the corner continuously.
Oh God.
He is ridiculous. Have you ever watched any of it, Java?
No, because I've only seen it's been on my queue because like I like the art style because it kind of reminds me of like Avatar and Voltron a little bit in
Yes.
between. But then also I'm wondering because a lot of the people that were in Critical Role are prominent voice actors that you probably don't recognize unless I
Hmm.
tell you who they are. Because like there's a voice actor and also mode caption artist of Ellie, which is
Yep.
Ashley Johnson. She's in there.
Yep.
There's Matthew Mercer, I believe, and I think he's the voice actor for what's his name for Overwatch? McCree. He's the voice actor of
Okay.
McCree. So like I said, there's a lot of few different people that I recognize from the name of voice. So I've been meaning to watch this, but of course there's too much stuff on the interwebs to finish. So
Watch
I feel
Vox
like
Machina first.
okay.
It's so good, and like it seems like it's going to be a silly thing, but it really delves deep, and the character development and everything is unexpected,
Mm-hmm.
and you get really invested in them, and the action is crazy fun. It's one of the things that if I'm to recommend like fantasy sword and sorcerer stuff,
Mm-hmm.
this and Dota Dragon Blood and the Dragon Prince are like three of my top in the top
Mm.
five list. It's just so much fun. It is adult oriented because there is harsh language. There are bloody fights. There are sexual situations. Yes, animated and sexual situations, but they are some of the funniest sexual situations possible, and I think that's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has a premiered. And like I said, I've watched like the first couple episodes, and it has a much darker tone to a much more serious tone. There's still like hilarity and everything like that, but so far has a much darker tone. But if it's going to be anything like The Legend of Vox Machina, it's going to have that great character development, which we're already starting to get, but we're going to have more of that that humor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend watching it. It's a great breather. It's a great for I would say this is a great palate cleanser for anime, if that makes any sense. Because anime sometimes you
Okay.
can get so involved in, and it's sometimes with anime, I love it and I'll watch it, but I need my palate cleansed.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple of other animation like that do it, and this is and Critical Role stuff does that for me. Like I could sit, like if you gave me a whole day, I could watch the like all the episodes of Vox Machina and be good because
Mm.
there's a great mix, like I said, of character development, the story, the arc, like listening to different voices and going, oh, that's called a raw, that's Aqualad slash
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman. Like all different voices, and then the action is crazy and the fighting is so unbelievable, and there's so much in there that is just cool. You've got everything from fantasy to kind of steampunk to sword and sorcerer. You've got action, you've got brutality, you've got demigods even too. This is one of the ones that I would say is definitely a go-to if you get Prime, or if you're looking for a reason to get Prime. This is one of the things I would say is the Critical Role stuff. It's one of the franchises, and streaming services need franchises, and Critical Role
Mm-hmm.
has them with Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine. And yes, nine is spelled Nein, and there
That's
are
their
not nine of
business.
them.
That's their
Hmm?
business. Let like leave it out how it is. Don't be critical. Okay.
I'm not paying. That was good though. That was good because I didn't even see that coming. That was very good. I'm not even gonna. We're gonna give a golf clap. Yes, I did not see that coming at all. That was very good. Thank you for that one because I did not see
You're
that coming.
welcome.
I did not see that coming. Something that I did see coming when I was at New York Comic Con last year. when I was at my friend's table, award-winning author, best-selling author, Cerise Ray Murthy, founder of VirtuousCon, she says where her table is right across the street from. I didn't mean to gloss over everything like that, but I mean she's one of the coolest people out there in
Gotta
geek
give the
culture,
shout out.
and I got to give a shout out to her. Awesome stuff. Where her table is, it's on a corner. It's right across. I was about to say right across the street, but it's right across the way from Crunchyroll, and I kept seeing ads for something called Demon of the Shadow Realm. And just so happens that Jabba has been reading that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so please tell me about Demons of the Shadow Realm because it had my interest because I kept seeing the video overall for the anime, which is not out yet. You said it's coming out in April sometime?
April.
Okay.
Because we kind of glossed over this like a couple episodes back on like any like upcoming animes that we might be interested in.
Yes.
And
yes.
pretty much Demons of the Shadow Realm is based on these two twins. Obviously you only see one of the twins right now, where they are he is what is it? He is isolated in like a mountain village way off the distance, don't even know like the outside world. And then all of a sudden, of course, with most animes, it's all happy-go-lucky, and then stuff hits the fan, and complete chaos ensues because apparently, I forgot, I was reading in between. Yeah, Yuru, I might be saying it wrong when they announce it in the anime, but Yuru and Asa are the twins, and Yuru is the gentleman with the blonde hair, and apparently they were born between day and night, and normally that doesn't happen every 400 years. So obviously, I don't know who is the day and night person, but I'm pretty sure I think you're the oldest one, and then Asa's the youngest one. But with everything happening, he ends up summoning these two demons, which is literally right and left, because those are the names that they're given for them. It's their names are right and left.
Wow. Okay, I'm not mad at that. All right.
It's the most simplest names that you can give for a character. And he is in search of finding his sister because obviously what he saw happen during his village massacre does not add up. And so far, I've been reading them together. I don't want to spoil too much because right now we're only at 11 volumes. I just double checked and I only have the first 4.
Okay.
And shout outs to Barnes & Noble when they had their deal where it's buy one, get one half off. So I'm like, okay, bet. I'm like, I'm going to get all of my at least 4 volumes worth. Just keep me reading. And I'm right now on volume 3, and it is very interesting. And if you guys are a fan of Full Metal Alchemist with the same art style as you can see on the screen, that's where you get it from. And that's why it's so interesting.
I was about to ask that if it was from the same people because that art style looks familiar. Yeah. Yeah, this looked really cool. Like I said, I'm trying to get more into anime. So sitting across from the Crunchyroll booth, obviously you're going to see everything that's out there, but they kept showing that on repeat because I think they were saying that they have manga on their app now. So this is the one that they were really pushing. So when I saw they were pushing this, I was like, this has got to be something really cool. Then you bring it up, I was like, oh, awesome. I'm waiting for that anime. Yeah, I really want to watch this. I would love to read anime, but again, it messes me up, the reading order, but also I have a bunch of comics to read, and I just got some this company from Kickstarter from the Philippines just made it this manga. So I got 2 volumes of it from a Kickstarter that I got to read.
Oh, nice.
So they're like 158 pages each, I want to say.
Ooh, okay.
About that, yeah. So, and I got like another comic from them also, so that's awesome. So yes, I am definitely interested to see what goes on with this, especially if it's from the people from Full Metal. I do, but I love the fact of the twins. I love anything with demons, pretty much, or Oga from Japan. I always dig it. It's always cool. It's always fun for me. So yeah, that's awesome. So we're gonna check this out in April. I got a feeling I'm gonna be busy. That's springtime. Gonna be outside.
It's a lot of stuff, especially in April. I know we're gonna get a lot of stuff coming in, but we'll be obviously mentioning it in our upcoming episode. So yeah.
Yes. We will be tag teaming the hell out of anime because there's a lot out there all the time. Like I said, there's new stuff pops up all the time, and some you may know about, some you don't. If you're not watching or if you're not like up on it, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Makes my head spin. What else makes my head spin is Gachiakuta. I hope I'm saying that
Ugh,
properly. Let's talk about this one for a couple minutes, 'cause I don't know if we really talked about it. I think we may have glossed over it one episode, but not really got into it. So if this
yeah.
is one that I absolutely love, the absolutely art style, the act, every and the whole message of it as well. Gachiakuta is basically the story of this kid right here, um, who the planet that he lives like the Earth that he lives on is basically like three levels. It's like the real
Mm-hmm.
clean, pristine level. Then there's like the middle class. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it like this. There's the 1%, there's the middle class, and then there's the impoverished. Let's do it in those terms. He lives in the middle class area, which is still very clean, pristine, but the 1% level um thinks of them as being dirty and filthy, what have you. So when you first watch it, you think there's only those two levels, but there's a third level. If you like commit a crime, or if you're a horrible person, that second level, they send you to the impoverished, like garbage heap part of this world,
Mm-hmm.
what have you. Um, but we find out that there are actually people that live there, and there are these garbage monsters that live there as well. So there's the whole thing, and then it goes from there where he finds this group of individuals called cleaners that help him, and he becomes one of them. And they find out that he's a giver. Now, what a giver is, and I don't mean in a relationship, so get your minds out of the gutter, you nasty asses. But what a
But they are in the
giver is,
gutter
yes,
because they're in the
but
garbage.
yes, they are. But you're on a roll, Jabba.
Yeah.
So a giver, what they are is they have the ability to take an item that they have really taken care of and cleaned up in there. It's like if you have like a certain pen, or if there's a certain hat that you like, or a jacket, or whatever, like an item that's very personal to you that you take very good care of, you put love into, you keep it as pristine and as clean as possible. It ends up becoming this thing that you can channel your energy, your mana, let's say, into, and it becomes this weapon or can accentuate your natural abilities, and it goes from there. And these cleaners go out and they try to stop these garbage monsters, but also just they're almost like the peacekeepers around. They try to do good around the area. I love what this says about like caste systems,
Mm-hmm.
class systems as well. How it is about what you have and what it means to take care of what you have, and how important it is to take care of the items that you have. I also love the fact of the designs of these characters are absolutely breathtaking. They're beautiful.
Yep.
This art style. This is the art style from oh my god, I'm trying oh what anime is this the same art style from? Um oh my god. There's an anime with the same art style and I can't remember the name of it. And it's bugging the hell out of me now.
I got you. I got you. Hold on.
Because with the anime that I loved, oh my god, what was it? Oh, can I remember the name? But yeah, the fact that the cleaners and that whole system there, they have these really cool tattoos. Their dress style is absolutely Soul Eater. No, not Soul Eater.
No.
It's similar to Soul Eater though. No, but there's one that's it's. I think it's actually the same studio and the same artist. I want to say even too. The same animation style. I can't remember what the hell it is off the top of my head. But like that same, always the feel of like really close in the face and the eyes. I just love it. Um, we even get like we have black characters as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they are beautifully drawn. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember the name of the woman at the desk with the glasses. That scene had me crying when she was like, "What's that smell?" And she was like, "Is that boo boo on the back of your neck?" And he had crap on the back of his neck from a fight that they had earlier
Oh yeah.
with the plunger. One of the best things possible. This anime just really brings a beautiful depth to it, and also
Actually, to
yes,
jump in, I was looking for the studio. Actually, you were pretty much on the market for Soul Eater because it's made by Bones Film Studio,
mm-hmm.
and they've done episodes for Full Metal, Soul Eater, uh, but you know that can always change too. They've done Space Dandy, so like they're my hero. So, but it's like a few episodes here and there. So it really all depends on like what you're looking at.
there was an anime that was pretty much all this style, like this animation. I can't remember the name of it though. I'll have to look it up but it was like closer to this. I want to say it was after Soul Eater. It was something more. It was something after Soul Eater, maybe not as recent.
Are you talking about Fire Force?
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, that's the one. Thank you. Which I love that design. I love the design of like the baggy clothes, like the kind of slender figures, almost like Jinko jean kind of looking clothes. But this one, it has like that meaning. Like I said, it has a lot of, again, you can go class and caste systems. You can talk about the impoverished. You can talk about the wage gap, everything. You can talk about the subtlety of actually, you know, the trash being thought of as being Helen, and nobody lives down there, so we don't worry about it. But there are people actually living down there,
right?
And you have these people with powers and cleaners, and I absolutely love it. So this is one I definitely recommend to go and check out. It's up to maybe 13, 14 episodes, maybe.
No, 23, because I started like watching
It's
halfway
23
through.
now.
Because I got to my character,
Good Lord,
the Jabba Walker. I'm like, oh, I made the show. I'm like, yay me. I'm like, I'm in there.
congratulations, Jabba.
I know.
Congratulations again.
I
But yeah,
made it, Mama.
This is a one that's an absolute favorite of mine. I love it. I want to like actually binge more of this as well. Prime is becoming, well, I guess because I have Crunchyroll on there, but between Crunchyroll and actually Prime themselves with the Critical Role stuff, that's my go-to for anime. Netflix has stuff as well, and so does Hulu, but I'm finding myself more on there for stuff. As far as like animated fare, like anime, or even like Crunchyroll. Between Crunchyroll and the Prime stuff, I'm really getting into them. Not that happy about being on something Amazon just because of what they do, but this is one that's fun. It's cool. It's great. Like I said, it's beautifully designed. Absolutely thrilled by it. So yeah, that is Gachiakuta. Please go check it out. It is so cool, though. It is. The tattoos are just so.
I want the jacket. Like,
yeah, the jacket. They have to have merch.
I'm a sucker for like the white jacket. I'm like, just the style of it. I'm like, I want that. That looks like a comfy winter fall hoodie. Just saying.
Yes, it looks like something that would just drown you in it. Like you would just see your eyes in it, and you just be like,
I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that.
So comfy. But yes, that's one that's out there that is cool. And we're gonna end our show with Welcome to Derry. We got to the season finale. Spoilers ahead, folks. If you have not seen it, spoilers ahead. We're going to be talking about Derry and everything that's yes, absolutely. This was a beautiful one. Yes, Pharaoh said her name is Semu Greer.
Okay.
The character I'm talking about with the glasses.
Is that a reference to Pam Grier?
I want to say so.
Okay.
I want to say so. Pam Grier, or it could be a reference to Barnes Grier, who's a comedian. But Pam Grier's name is Greer, I believe, but still, it's Grier. And if you're going to reference Pam Grier, thank you. Say right off the bat, thank you. Still fine as wine. She's still fine as wine. That woman is never gonna. I don't care what happens. She ain't never gonna be out of style. Hell with that. Yes. So welcome to Derry, Jabba. Please, I need a drink. Go, please. Red pen in my hair.
Oh my god! I mean, I must say I'm a good horror buff. I do like Stephen King for his work. When I say, man, this tied into, well, let me rephrase it because I know that there's books on here, but at least for the movies, this tied into so well into the movies. I want to watch it all over again.
This was, I love, there was so much there. I love how it tied into everything. And I think that's the beauty of having the people who did the movie, the Murchisons. I want to say their names are. having them do this series, because then they can tie it in, and they did it they tied it into their movies
Mm-hmm.
about 2 or 3 times in this, like in the series in general, but in this particular episode they did. And
And they're
yes,
also, spoiler but not spoiler, they also tied in other movies too.
yes, absolutely, yes.
And I'm like, oh yes, I'm like, I want to watch this all over again. Like I want to watch all the movies all over again.
Let's just give some of the references that they gave.
They
The
gave the
Shining,
Mist.
obviously.
Yeah, they gave the Mist.
Yes, that was a huge one.
Because clearly it's like, oh, still one of my favorite movies.
There was the Mist, yes. Oh my god. Uh It parts 1 and 2, obviously.
Yeah,
With
definitely part one.
Yes, definitely part 1, because at a certain point, again, spoiler alert, if you're at this point and you're watching, I mean that's
Get
not our
off.
fault. At a certain point, the entity of it in the form of Pennywise makes a reference and calls the character Tozer. And they go, "That's not my last name." And I say, "Oh, well, it will be." For me,
Mm-hmm.
the time is, today, tomorrow, and yesterday are all the same. And you'll
Yep.
have a kid, and the kid's name will be Richie, and talk about like that. And then it dawned on me, wait, Richie
Mm-hmm.
for her night. It didn't dawn on me until I saw it. I was like, oh wow, she named her son after Richie.
Which it makes perfect sense now, and it's like,
Yeah, and I was like, it makes you feel so much more. You're like, oh my god, wow. Um, they heavily looped it into that. They also, I mean, they've also done other movies. I think someone said Doctor Sleep,
yeah, mm-hmm.
which would make sense because that's a sequel to The Shining. Um, there are some that are really far out because I don't know King's work like that as far as novels, but there's some
Mm-hmm.
people who were talking about, like, because there's a whole space galaxy universal
Oh
creating
yeah.
thing in there as well,
Mm-hmm.
um which I enjoy reading people's ideas about that because I don't know that part because I read it. But what were some of the other movies that you can say that they were referenced in this in
Like I
the
said,
season finale especially?
obviously in the beginning when they open up into the mist, because that's literally how the movie The Mist starts, where like something comes up because somebody has to touch something and do some stupid experiments, which led the mist in originally in the movie, in the books. And technically, since somebody, aka the government, had to touch something to open up it, brings us stuff into the scene, causes destruction. So it's those two connections there. Um, like I said, we talked about The Shining, we talked about Doctor Sleep. I'm trying to think of any other ones that I can remember.
I want to say there should be more because I know somebody was saying something about a poster with a comedian on it, and the comedian was referenced in another movie, and the comedian ends up being like another entity, like similar to it, but instead of feeding on fears, it fed on people's laughs, and that's why they end up becoming a comedian. And I was like, wait, what? The depth of lore that's in Stephen King's stuff
Mm-hmm.
is flabbergasting. I don't know who has more lore, him or Destiny. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm trying to think of what else there was.
Well, I do like at the end of the episode how when I didn't realize until I watched somebody play the clip back. When oh Jesus, what was the child's name? That was the girl.
Which
That's
one?
in the one that's in it part 1 and 2. Was
Bev?
it Barbara? Bev? Yes.
Bev, I want to say.
Yeah. So in the scene where like she's looking at the, was it Ingrid? I think it is, like the crazy one that was like the father to the clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, that actress is in part 2, but as a different character, and I'm like, oh.
But I think it might be the same character because remember how she says nobody ever really dies in Derry.
Well, that's because she was catatonic though. But I'm talking about, I think her character, I think the actress plays as a different character in part 2.
Oh, I'm thinking it's the same character. I'm going to be honest with you. I
I
think
don't
because, like I
think
said, they
so.
somebody had a theory that they said, because they always say nobody ever really dies in Derry, that the entity recycles people and
Hmm.
brings them back. So when I saw her, I immediately thought nobody ever dies. That was the thing about her being in that movie, because when she was sitting there painting, and I said, "Ain't no way, ain't no damn way," and she looked up, and I said, "Oh shit!" I thought for a second it was going to be the scene where Bev was in her apartment, but then when she
Oh.
went through and went down there and was like looking at it, she said, "Oh, she finally did it." I took it as that's the same person. It was just it recycling them,
Mm.
because I think Bev saw her at one of her worst points when her father became the abusive person that he was, and she saw her
Hmm.
mother death. That's a fear, and the entity feeds on fear, and that was a person that she saw there was his daughter, elderly. So that's how I saw it, as
Mm.
again recycling people. That was such a cool, and I think someone said that she passed this past summer.
Oh, the
Um,
actress?
yeah, yeah, the older woman that played his elderly daughter. I think
Oh.
someone said, I would have to check, but I think someone said that she passed, and I was like, she, if she did, I'm so glad that she was able to do this and have such more of a legacy in this series, because the scene in It Part Two is crazy and it's unnecessary. It's unnecessarily scary,
You're right.
because when
You're
she
right.
just, because seeing an old elderly person sitting there and then go and start doing moves like real quick, I'm like, nope, I gotta get out of here. Nope, something's wrong. Gotta go.
And no,
Um,
you're right. I just double checked on IMDb. The old lady does replays her character from the show when she was in the movie. So yeah, you're right.
yeah, because it makes so much sense, because it ties in and makes so much more sense to do that, and it's scarier because then you go, because she has a perfect line. Nobody ever really dies in Derry. There's a reason why they say that. I got to give it up to um my favorite character, Ronnie. Ronnie was she was that girl.
Mm-hmm.
The actress is so awesome in this too. I hope to see her in so many more things. She had a blend of the toughness and that vulnerability, seeing everything she had to go through with her father, and then showing that soft side with um uh, um
Oh well.
yes, Will, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But then also being tough as hell, she was ready to go through it, and like she went through a lot, that little girl, and the actress did such a phenomenal job. I'm so happy
Oh,
for her, and I want to see her in more, truthfully.
and can we give a shout out to our boy Richie coming in at the very end, just flipping the bird? I'm like, yes. I'm like, if that is not like the best kid comeback where it's like, I'ma get you. You got me, I'ma get you.
The way he ran was like he was like, and you're waiting for it, and you're like, oh, and he just goes, and you barely see it, which is perfect too. And
Right.
the entity is like, you raggedy. He's so upset. That scene was so harrowing and so just yeah, they're so yeah. This is a series to be rewatched. Someone was saying when you watch this, now go and watch Castle Rock,
I've been
which
meaning to watch that.
which was a Hulu original. It was 2 seasons, unfortunately. It'll be on Netflix soon as well. Castle Rock,
Okay.
the 2 seasons are going to be on Netflix, so I think in the next week or two. But
Okay.
watch that. Bill Skarsgård is also in that as well, and we don't get a
Mm.
name for him. Yes, so watch that as well, and it ties into a lot, obviously, because that was the first attempt to have a Stephen King show where they mixed different works of his.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I love the idea of it, but it didn't hit as much, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because of how the first season is a new character, I want to say, and he goes there because his adoptive father died, and his adoptive father was a warden at Shawshank,
Mm.
and then they go on from there. The second season deals more with one of our favorites from Misery, Annie,
Okay.
and it also ties into Salem's Lot, which is a lot to do, no pun intended. But you see where Annie really begins to become the character that you see in Misery, and it is
Mm.
incredibly acted and so terrifying and heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Her story, it's heartbreaking. Um, yeah, but go watch that now. They said they'll watch that now, and it makes more sense and it hits harder
Okay.
because of it. Yeah, King's work. I hope this is the beginning of some type of, and I know I don't usually like them, but some type of like um shared universe of shows, because I think they said this also been greenlit for season 2 and 3, which is what they
Yep.
wanted, which is phenomenal.
I mean, because especially the way they ended the way they ended the episode, because it's like Welcome Derry Chapter 1.
Yes.
So even without knowing that we're going to get a season 2 and 3, it's like, okay, they're going to do Chapter 1, because clearly we need to know what with Will, since he already does have a son, but Will doesn't make it because it's was it Mike? Is Mike his name from the Losers Club?
Yes.
So obviously we know that Mike is a descendant from is like the son of Will, but obviously you know that Mike has like that whole thing where he sees the fire. Now we don't know if it's like, if he's looking at, was it a black spot? If like he's having visions of him seeing black spot, if it's like, obviously his parents that are like recreating black spot. We don't know. So like for the people that have not read the books, obviously we're just speculating.
Right. That was the thing that I was thinking about too, because they said that because of now that we know how the entity sees time, he could have purposely went after those two kids because their descendants are the ones who actually kill him, or Ed actually to kill it. But then they also said that my death is the beginning of my birth. I didn't know if that was something in the story or if that was something where that was his birth for us, because we really began to really us as readers and viewers really began to know about the entity of it and everything that goes there. I know Robert, who is also a part of the show. He wants to see the Dark Tower. That's one that he's been wanting to see for years, and we got a Dark Tower movie, which we're not going to talk about because I didn't read the Dark Tower, but I know that movie was not good, and I know that it was only about an hour and a half. Which, if you're going to do a Stephen King movie, it needs to be at least 2 hours to properly communicate and translate what he's doing. But I'm hoping that we get more of this, and we do get more illusions of those other beings, those other cosmic entities. I absolutely love this. This is going on my end of year wrap up that we're going to be doing for TBA News. This is going on there for this definitely.
You know what I want to see, because I know that it's a big prominent thing in the Stephen King universe. I want to see that damn turtle. I want to see that damn turtle.
Now they did make some
they made references in the show, but I'm like, I want to see, and then like how they kept the daggers and stuff in there. I want to see that mother loving turtle.
I think they will. I
want to see it.
I think after seeing how well this did and the fan response, everything like that, I think we're going to get to see the turtle at some point. Once we start getting into further out and with the dark tower and everything, because look at what we saw so far from Dick. And everything that he saw, and the way they went back, and the way they talked about Derry before Derry was Derry.
Yeah.
With the indigenous stories, which I love that episode. I love the episode where they talked and the stories were told, which was a big thing that the actress was saying. She said, I want our stories told because we don't ever get in the rooms to tell them. And I said, yes. And that was so beautiful. And I felt for her, and I felt so much. And I want to see more of their community, just like I want to see more of the Choctaw in Sinners. I want to see more of this group and how they've dealt with this in the past. When the entity has come about to feed. This was just such a yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. I feel like we're also horrible people, because we're watching these children be tormented and mutilated, but then we start pop locking to this damn song. I feel like, and the minute it comes on, and we're all like, and sometimes I'm cooking and I'm like, Ribbon in my hair, and then I go, I'm bald as hell. Why am I singing out the lyrics of ribbon in my hair? Why? I mean, there's follicles there, but I mean, why? Yeah, this was just a great time. This was amazing. One of the best things on TV this season, I'm gonna say. HBO really did it. I didn't realize how big it was gonna be when I was at the panel for New York Comic Con. I knew it was gonna be something special and it looked incredible. Whatever expectations I had, it blew it out of the water completely. It made me want to read all of Stephen King's books, so I know the references and such, and I can
Right.
connect things, which is awesome. Now I want to have a Stephen King horror night or like weekend.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, we should probably make an episode about that, where it's like how much of a franchise from anything that we could throw in there to be in one conglomerate.
I mean, you could. Oh my God.
I know.
That could be something that you and Robert could do, because I think you and Robert know his works from reading them better than I do. Like, I know the movies.
I know him
Y'all
from the
know.
movies.
Oh, I thought
And
you knew him from reading them too.
no, I know him from movies. Like, for example, like I know Carrie, the OG one, not the ones that have been, not the new ones. I know of The Mist and the TV show of The Mist, which I still wish they would have finished because it was so good.
Yeah.
And so I know the movies.
Oh.
I just know his movies because my mom's like also a horror buff too. So
makes sense. Well, yeah, we'll definitely have to have a show about that, because this was just so. It was just so. It's. I think to do that, we'd have to have we'll each need to have almost like a syllabus of things that we got to watch, and then we'll do the show. I think that's what we have to do. So on that note, folks, my goodness, that was a lot. We actually went over time, but it's okay. It's okay. The network said that it's okay. The studio said it's okay. Everybody else will be fine. It's cool. But yeah, there was a lot going on. We talked a lot about animation, but then we had to get into the nitty gritty of Welcome to Derry and the absolute just joy and spectacular that it was. So we talked about clowns. We've talked about anime inspired by Santa, which I didn't see that on my bingo card at all. We talked about the ending of an incredible anime series. We talked about the start of a manga that you've been reading, and we've talked about a spin-off animated series from a group of people who love their D&D. I think that's a lot, right? It's a lot. So what did you think? Real quick, one sentence. What are you watching right now?
I was watching Derry, but it's over.
Okay. You're watching it. I was watching Ronin Warriors to get ready for the new series that's going to be starting next year. So yes. So that's what we're watching. But what are you watching? What did you think of Derry? What's going on? Let us know. All right. We will see you not next week, but the week after for our year in review. There was a lot going on that we want to talk about, and we're going to have fun, bring up all of our fun things. We already got some lists going out as well. So on that note, I am Antonio Pomares, aka this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. Robert and I will be there. I'm forgetting the admin part of the job.
Oh yeah.
And Friday, I will be here as well, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Hungry Bleak. We'll have everything covered for you. On that note, I am Antonio Pomares, the Hungry Bleak. Hungriest man in the room. Take that however you like.
I'm your girl, Jabba Chan with the straight thumbs and Derry.
Main Street. We will see y'all later. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. And as always, F Trump. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.